My favorite school supply growing up was getting a new box of crayons.
My favorite part when I was younger going back to school was back to school shopping with my mother. We would spend the day and just keep buying clothes until I was satisfied.
All right, my favorite back to school item I would say is I would always go shopping with my mom and get new clothes for the first day of school, and that would be my favorite.
Definitely my Trapper Keeper. Every year picking out a new one. So whatever was cool that year, trying to get that one first at Kmart.
So my favorite back to school purchase is my stationery items. So everything had to have a color-coded notebook and folder to match. And then I'd also get a new planner so I could write out my whole schedule of classes.
My favorite back-to-school item is getting a new planner book for each school year so I can really stay organized and plan out my day-to-day life.
My favorite back-to-school supply was when I got to cover textbooks with brown paper bags, because then you got to doodle and change them out throughout the year and make them customized.
So my favorite back-to-school purchase back in the day, many years ago, are new pairs of shoes. Because that's the only time I can get a new pair, and I'm a shoe fanatic.
My favorite school supply growing up was anything Lisa Frank, mostly their notebooks and pens for me.
Growing up, my favorite back-to-school purchase was definitely a new pair of shoes.
So my favorite back-to-school item, every year I would always get a new themed backpack depending on what I was into that year. So whatever that would be my favorite item for the year.
My favorite item to buy when we went school shopping was new sneakers. There's nothing like fresh new sneakers.
My favorite back-to-school item, every year I always get a different lunchbox, just solely to accommodate like what I like, how I'm feeling during the year, and I like different types of arts for lunchboxes too.
My favorite school supply is composition notebooks.
My favorite back-to-school item getting growing up was any type of clothes. I loved going back to school clothes shopping.
My favorite back-to-school item would have to be this year's new lunchbox. So every year, new superhero, new lunchbox.
Growing up, my favorite back-to-school item was definitely picking out my lunchbox when I was younger. And as I got older, that turned into calendars somehow and planners. So,
my favorite school supplies were the scented markers.
Hi, my favorite item for back-to-school shopping is backpack and clothes and pencils and pens, everything.
My favorite school supplies were my Lisa Frank folders, my JanSport backpack, of course it had to be in yellow, as well as my Arctic lunchbox, and as well as my Space Maker pencil case.
My favorite purchase going back to school would be mechanical pencils. I liked having those with the little container of lead that would come with it.